Hi, third grade. Today we're going to be working on 417 and it's on page 251 in your math book. You should have your math book out, some paper to work on the problems, and a pencil to write with. So if you don't have that, pause the video and go get what you need. All right, now that you're back, we're going to start working on these problems. Today I'm going to work through these problems. I want you to do it while you're listening to me. If you have an idea of what to do, you can pause the video, try something, and then come back and see how to figure it out. So let's take a look at the first one. It says, Isabel bought 36 pieces of fruit for her soccer team. There's 16 apples, 12 bananas, and the rest are pears. How many of the pieces of fruit are pears? So if you want to give that a try, pause the video, solve it, and then come back. Okay, here's how we're going to go about it. There's 3 kinds of fruit, and they're going to equal, we need 36 pieces altogether. We have 16 apples, we have 12 bananas, and we don't know how many are pears, so we're going to use a variable p, and the sum is going to be 36. We have 2 of the add-ins we can put together right now, so we have 28 apples and bananas all together. If we add the pears to that, we should get 36. You can, now that you have the equation like this, you can go ahead and count up to 36, or you can use the inverse operation and do 36 minus 28, and that's going to tell you how many pears there are. She has 8 pears in this group of fruit. Okay. Let's take a look at number 2. Read it to yourself. Pause the video, read it to yourself, solve it, and then come back. All right, in this one we're talking about a collection of sports cards. And Toby has 13 baseball cards, 15 basketball cards, 14 football cards. Then he sells some of the cards, and then he buys 17 hockey cards. But we have to find out how many he has in his collection after all that happens. So I'm just going to write down what happens in order and make that my equation, and then I'm going to solve it 2 add-ins at a time. Okay, so I'm going to do 13 plus, first I'm going to write it out, 16 plus 14. Then he sells something, that means he takes it away, minus 15. And then he gets to buy 17 hockey cards. Then I'm going to go and just do 2 at a time. 29 plus 14. 43, then he sells 15 hockey cards. I'm back down to 28 plus 17, he sells 15 cards and now he buys 17 hockey ones. His collection now has 45 sport cards. Okay, look at number 3. It says there's 15 more boys than girls in the school band, and there's 27 girls altogether. The question says how many students are in the band. So don't get tricked by that, because a lot of you are just going to tell me how many boys there are. And I want to find out how many boys there are and girls. And since we know the band has to have a mix of boys and girls, the second thing we're going to do is add those together so we can find out how many students are in the band altogether. So the first thing I know is that the number of boys is 15 more than the girls. And in the problem, it tells me that's 27. So here's the equation for boys. The equation for boys is B is 15 plus 27. That tells me that there's 42 boys. The problem told me how many girls there were. So the last step, I have to add up the boys and the girls. So you can't stop at B equals 42. And a test is going to try to trick you. It's going to put that number down, and probably a big handful of you are going to pick it. So 69 students are in the band altogether. Okay, pause your video, read number 4, and try to solve for how many pizzas Liz delivers. All right, Finn delivered 13 pizzas, then he did 8 more. Altogether, he delivered 6 fewer than Liz. So let's find out how many he did first. So Finn's pizzas are 13 plus 8. He's 21. He delivered 21. It says that his 21 is 6 fewer than Liz. We're trying to solve for Liz, so we're going to put it by itself. 21 something minus 21. Wait. Where is this? Oh, yeah. Finn's is 21 equals Liz minus 6. So Liz delivered 28 pizzas. Okay, take a look at the last one. Come up with the solution and then turn the video back on. It says Mahi built 7 car models and 14 airplane models. Jasmine built 9 more car models and 6 fewer. How many models did she build in all? So first we have to find out how many she built of each type, and then we're going to add them together. So don't forget to do the last step. I'm going to use the letter C for cars and A for airplanes. So Mahid has 7 C's and he has 14 A's. Jasmine did 9 more cars. So I know that that's going to be 7C plus 9C. And then for her airplanes, she did 6 fewer. So I'm going to write his 14 minus 6. I can solve these two. She did 16 cars and she did 8. She did 16 cars and she did 8 airplanes. So altogether, she did 24 models she built. Okay, when you're done with those, go ahead and turn the page.